So continuing on our repeating decimal video, we already went over how 1/9 can be written as 0.11111111, and now we can also use properties of just equations, right? If the left side is equal to the right side, you can do the same to both sides. Like I could multiply both sides by 2 and get 2/9 is 0.22222, or multiply both sides by 3 and have 3/9 is 0.33333. So if I multiply both sides by 7, I would get 7/9 equals 0.77777777. And I mean, you could always start here and just do the division and you get this answer anyway. But I'm not going to do all these division problems for the sake of time. Now, 9s in the denominators do a lot of interesting things. And so we're going to look at this again. 1/9 is 0.111111. But 1 over 99 is now 0.010101. Or 1 over 999 is 0.001001, and so on. And we could start to see these patterns. And now here, if I were to multiply left and right by 23, you would get 23 over 99 is 0.23232323. And again, it's the 2, 3 together that are both repeating. Or multiply both sides here by 123, and you could get 123 over 999 is 0.123123, or 0.123, where all the 1, 2, 3 repeats. Now, I'm going to look at one of these really quickly. For example, 1 divided by 999. If I were to take a 1 and divide it into 999 pieces, I got to make these pieces smaller. So let's turn this 1 into, there's 10 tenths, 100 hundredths, or 1,000 thousandths. Now I could take 1,000 things and split it up into 999 groups, specifically with 1,000th in each group. So 1,000th times 999 is 999 thousandths. We subtract, and now we are left with 0.001. Now again, 1,000th cannot be split into 999 groups unless we make it smaller. So 1,000th can be 10 10,000ths, 100 100,000ths, or 1,000 millionths. So we can take 1,000 things and split it up into 999 groups by putting 1 in each group. 1 times 999, 1 millionth times 999 should be 0.000999, right? We subtract and we get 0.00001. And again, we started with a 1. We ended up with a 1. We ended up with another 1. This process just keeps repeating over and over and over again, where we'd have 001, 001 forever and ever and ever. So, let's do some fractions. This first part's real quick and easy. It just says turn these decimals into terminating fractions. That's what I meant when I said finite. This is the same thing as 137 over 1,000. And then, you could always simplify these fractions if possible. 13.89, there's 2 ways you could write it. You could write it 13 and 89 over 100, or you could turn it into the improper fraction where you multiply this times this and add this. And that is the same thing as 1389 divided by 100. Right? We can turn finite decimals into fractions. That's not a problem. What's harder is to turn infinite decimals into fractions. So we already went over, this thing is 0.111111, 0.010101, or this is 0.001001001, and you could add on a few more zeros in there and work on these next ones. So using this above information, can we turn these into fractions? So, if we multiplied this by 2, we would get 0.222222222. Multiply this by 2, and that is 2/9. Or 0.52525252, that should equal 52 over 99. Right? If you have a single place that repeats, it's over a 9. If you've got 2 places that repeat, it's over a 99. If you have 3 places that repeat, it's over a 999. This thing should be 1, 2, 3, 4 over 9,999. And so we can start to fill in a lot of those. Now, these next ones say turn these things into fractions. And it's a little bit more complex because there is something in the decimal before the repetition. And so what we really have to say is if I wanted to turn 0.04, because what this is 0.0494949. So again, it's just the 4 and the 9 repeating, but there is also a 0 in the decimal. We have to say, how does 0.049 repeating compare to 0.49 repeating? Because we know that this is 49 over 99. And this has simply had the place value moved on it. And the way that you could move a place value is to either multiply or divide by 10. So if I were to actually multiply this by 1/10, it would move the place value over 1 to a 0.049, which would turn this into a fraction of 49 over 990. All right, we start with what's repeating, and then we either multiply or divide by tens or 1/10 to shift that decimal place. So let's try that again on another one. This is 0.00, and then the 49 repeats. So again, if we had 49 over 99, that would be 0.49 repeating. But if you wanted to shift that decimal place over 0.49 repeating 2 places, we would need to divide this thing by 10 2 times or multiply by 1/10 2 times. And so this thing would equal 49 over 9900. So again, if you have a calculator, again, we don't use calculators on exams in this course, but totally legitimate to do 49 divided by 9,990 and make sure we are getting exactly what we expect. So let's take this one step further. Fractions that have some finite and some infinite parts. So this one says turn 0.349 into a fraction. Sorry, 0.34949494949 because the 49 repeats. Now what you do is take the finite part and the repeating part and split them up, right? That is 0.3 plus 0.04949494949. Now, 0.3 we can turn into 3/10. 0.049494949, we have already just did this one, right? We just did that previous problem. We could turn that into 49 over 990. Now, whenever you have two fractions, you can make a common denominator. So multiply 3/10 by 99 over 99, and we should have 297 over 990 plus 49 over 990, and now I have a common denominator, so I can add the numerators, 346 over 990. Now, if you have a calculator, do 346 divided by 990, and hopefully we get 0.349494949 repeating forever and ever and ever, or for at least as many decimal places as your calculator shows. Now, given a fraction, we can always simplify the fraction, right? You could simplify the fraction, take out a 2 from the top and bottom or other numbers. But simplifying a fraction is not the point of this assignment or this video because we can always simplify fractions. What we want to do is turn decimals into fractions. All right, let's try one more. 0.1249494949. So if I were to do this, again, I would split it into repeating and non-repeating. And above, we just did this, 0.00494949. We can turn that into a fraction. We could turn this into a fraction. And now, we can make a common denominator, multiply top and bottom by 99. And then we can have a fraction plus another fraction. And if those have a common denominator, we can add them together and come up with a final fraction. So this is our brief video on turning infinite decimals into fractions. And that's it.